It's 6 o'clock, it's Wednesday evening, and there are 2 more sleeps to go before the big man arrives. But let me hold you to one question. Yes, you've got all the presents, I'm guessing, by now, and everything I'm about to show you is on extended delivery, so I won't get it to you for Christmas. But how about if I said, I can bring you games that have been flying out around the world, won prizes galore at conventions that are huge, and I can get them to you for the start of January. Yes, indeed. It's the very first one-day special for the one and only, the Happy Puzzle Company. Roll the titles. I have never been so excited. For a one-day special, normally I'm like this. Oh, it's a one-day special. It's going to be fun. This is out of this world. I tried to have a sneaky peek earlier at prices, and no one would tell me the price because they knew I'd do a Facebook Live, which I did, and I'd let you into the secrets. You know I'm excited because I'm talking quickly. This is the first time, I think it's the second time I've done one of these shows. The first time it flew. Get in quick and shop ahead of me on this. Every show over the course of the next one-day special, we will have different bundles to bring you. Different games, different puzzles, different everything. So tune in every hour for bundles for you. But I'm not alone. It's not Christmas without this man in my eyes anymore. He is an absolute genius. It's Mr. Christmas himself. Yes, indeed. It's our Gavin. How are you?
I'm all right, Adam. Hello, everyone. Hello, Hochanda world. How are you all doing today? I'm so excited about this.
Oh, my word. Once I saw we had this, I messaged you a couple of days ago going, what have we got on the show? What have we got? Tell me what we've got. I'm so excited. You have bought us a bundle. Normally these are individual games that you're bringing us now. This is the first time I've seen it as a bundle.
It's the first time we've done it as a bundle.
And it is phenomenal because you are getting not only the original Genius Square that I can talk about for an hour on its own. I've got the game. We love it at home. You're also getting the brand new Genius Star.
Correct. And
you're also getting sort of the kids edition, as it were, as the B Genius in here. All for a cheeky little price of £47.97. But don't pay that today. I'm going to put it onto freedom for you. I'm going to put it onto flexible payments of £23.99 today across 2 flexible payments. We'll get all 3 of these games home. And you have got from the young all the way up to grandparents level in here. We play the Genius Square at home. We have now got the Genius Star, which is now open, and we have started to play. These in my house cause arguments because we are so competitive. And that's what this is. It is a brilliant concept. Tell me everything you know.
So first of all, it's worth saying that this is the first time anywhere in the world that these 3 games have been put together in a bundle. So this is a complete Hochanda exclusive.
World exclusive.
So let me tell you about the 3 games. First of all, I want to tell you that these games between them have won a whole host of awards, particularly in the last year. The Genius Square, which is the original of the games, is the current Game of the Year in Australia. It's also Product of the Year in Australia. 2 weeks ago, it won Game of the Year in Spain. It's in the final of Game of the Year in the United States of America for 2021. And in the UK, it's also got the second highest score ever given to a game ever by the Good Toy Guide. So that's pretty amazing. So we'll start talking about the Genius Square because that is the original. And this game genuinely is remarkable because the chances are that no matter how many times you're going to play, because there are 62,208 different possible ways of playing, the chances are you're never going to get to play the same game twice. Now, I just want to point out to you that what I've got in front of me here and what you'll see on the overhead is a giant version here. And we've had these specially made just so that the Hochanda viewers can actually see them in action. What Adam's got is the other one of those, but he's also got the actual size that you'll get. So you'll see they're much more handy. And what you get inside each of the games is 2 sets. So the idea is that you're going to play against somebody else. You don't have to. You can just play yourself, but you're going to play against somebody else, as we'll show you today. So there's 2 sets inside there as well. Now, how does the game work? Well, if you look here, you'll see that we've got 9 different coloured pentomino shapes. And in addition to that, we've got 7 blockers. And if you look at the board, you'll see we've got different coordinate spaces on the board going from A to F and from 1 to 6. Now, in addition to that, we've got our dice. Again, these dice are much bigger than you get in the actual set. When we roll these dice, it's the combinations of these dice that will give you the 62,208 unique puzzles. And every single one of those puzzles has at least one possible solution, and that is guaranteed. So if I roll these now, whatever coordinates come up, what we're going to do is use our blockers to actually block those off. So in this case, Adam, if you're doing it as well, we've got F1, and we've got C4, and we've got C5, and we've got F2, and we've got E2, and we've got A3, and we've got E6 there. Now that we've blocked these off, and this is possible every single time, what Adam and I are going to do is we are going to race against each other to be the first person to get all of the rest of the pieces to fit inside the grid. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready. I've been dying for this.
So,
I've took my watch off and everything.
I'm playing for pride here. You're playing because of your appalling record at this against Yanis at the moment.
Shocking.
Because the two of them behind the scenes have been playing this together. And at the moment, Adam, the score is...
I think I'm down like 0 score.
9-0. Amazing. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
See how you do against the Master Puzzler. On your marks, get set, go. Now, Adam has a huge advantage because I'm going to talk while we do this. And I can tell you now that I struggle to talk on television and solve puzzles at the same time. Because obviously as a male, I find it completely impossible to multitask, but I shall do my best anyway. And what you can see is these pieces just fit in so nicely. It's such a lovely feeling. And I've won. I know, the frustration of it. But the beauty there is that we've taken less than 30 seconds over a game, and the first thing that you want to do is play again. Now, this game is suitable for everybody from the age of 6 up to 106, because you can't play if you're 107. No, but seriously, this is a proper traditional family game. And the best thing about it is that everybody plays equally. So you're not at any advantage if you're older, which means that you can play against your children, your grandchildren. They can play against you. And there is a wonderful other thing that comes with this, and that is that this is a game which lends itself to be played over Zoom or Skype as well. Because if you've both got a set of these, then you can share the coordinates and race against each other, and it works absolutely beautifully. Do you want to have one more go?
Yeah, let's have one more go.
We're going to have one more go quickly. I want to tell you that if you go onto the Hochanda website, every single review of this game is 5 stars, not a single exception. It's quite remarkable. Nobody's got anything but good to say about this game, hence all of the amazing reviews and the huge... Oh, I want to tell you, because it's available in so many countries now. So it's just, this has just had its 2nd birthday. And worldwide, we've just passed the 350,000 mark in sales in 2 years. That is quite something. When you consider that all games take a while to actually gain traction and some momentum, that is incredibly quick by any standards. I'm going to roll the dice again.
OK, I'm ready, I'm ready.
We have here, this time, E1 and E2 and A3 and C5 and E5, lots of E's here, and C4 and F1, and what have I left out here? E1 and E2 and C4 and F1 and C5 and E5.
A3.
And I've got A3 and E. Do you know what? What have I done here?
You need one C4, C5.
C5 in here. Oh, yeah, you are. We've got C4 and C5. There you go. Right, we've got those in here. So now, you are 1-0 down. You are about to be 2-0 down, unless you can do something very dramatic about it. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's go. OK, and these pieces feel so absolutely lovely to the touch. You just want to play and play and play. And who can blame you? Because if you buy one game for the rest of the whole of your life, this is definitely the game to buy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. This is appalling. He has beaten me fair and square. And now you get the idea, because even the most inexperienced person at playing with the giant version can beat me. I can't say you're inexperienced altogether, because Yanis has already proved that he can beat you 9 times, but that's a pretty good achievement. So that is the Genius Square. That is the first in the series of the games. So we're going to talk now about the other two. We haven't got giant versions of the other two, but we have got demonstration versions that we can show you anyway. So off the back of the success of the Genius Square, the next game to come out was the Genius Star. Now this is considerably more difficult. This one has a whopping 165,888 different puzzles, and your dice inside this are also octagonal. Some of them are regular dice and some of them are octagonal dice as well. You've still got 7 of them, and your blockers on this one are little white triangles which have stars on them. And actually, if you look at the grid, if I take this all apart here, because you've got more pieces here, you've got 11 pieces here, and what hopefully you can see is that you've got the numbers on top there. Let's see if we can pick that up on there. It's quite difficult for the camera to see them. Maybe we'll try on the overhead and see if you can see them better that way. You'll see that the numbers... Oh, I'm going to hold it over there. There you go. Where am I? There I am there. OK, there you go. You can see you've got little indented numbers on there, so they're not coordinates. They're just numbers that we put in. So when we roll the dice, we block out those numbers that are on there, and then we've got to race to complete the task. Now, again, you're racing against somebody else. Again, you've got 2 sets inside there, but there is an absolutely delicious twist that comes with this, because 2 of the pieces that you've got inside to fill this out have actually got just blue on one side, but on the reverse side, they go together to make a golden star. And this is where this game differentiates itself from the Genius Square, because on roughly 54% of the different games that you play, it is possible to complete the star having both halves of the golden star together, so they make a whole golden star. So your challenge is to work out whether or not you should play it straight and just try and get your pieces to fit in against your opponent, or go for a double win and do it with the star in place. Now, because this is significantly harder, there is a website which you can go to, you can put your coordinates in, and it will tell you in advance or afterwards, if you want to know whether or not the particular coordinates that you've thrown can lead to the golden star being solved completely like that. I warn you, this is very much significantly harder than the Genius Square. So if the Genius Square takes you 30 seconds to do, these are much more likely to take you anything between 5 minutes and 20 minutes to solve. So there are some really, really tough ones in there, even people that do it all the time. So that is the Genius Star. So to recap, we've got the Genius Square, first of all, which is the original game, suitable for ages 6 to 106. And then we've got the Genius Star, which starts from the age of 8 and works on the same principle with the additional things as well.
Just before we go any further, all these games are available individually as well. If you want the Genius Star, £18.99. But if you're going with the bundle, it's £15.99 each is what you're getting. And this is how Genius Star works. Roll VT. that is how the Bee Genius works. So you've got the Genius Square. Phenomenal. I can talk from experience. I should have really took photos of mine. I'll do that this evening when I get home at 9. Then you've got the Genius Star. Another phenomenal family favourite. Now we're looking at the Bee Genius this time. So this takes us down between 3 and 8-year-olds now, doesn't it?
That's right. This is very much the junior version, and it's important to say from the beginning that this has been done as a non-competitive puzzle. What we're trying to do here is build up young children's confidence and to build up their spatial awareness skills and their problem-solving skills. And if you can do that just through children having fun, it's absolutely priceless. The principle's the same, but it's much more straightforward. So if we look at the really large Bee Genius board here, now this actually is what you will be getting inside here. It is that size, it's much bigger, and the pieces are very much bigger. They are deliciously chunky, as you can see, and they are thoroughly well made and very, very colourful as well. So our dice are a little bit different here. They're much more straightforward because we have 6 different colours and each one is just numbered from 1 to 6 because we're working on the basis that younger children are better used to just identifying simple numbers. So instead of having to fathom around where they're looking for all of the coordinates, what they've got here is just the numbers from 1 to 6 with a colour. And if you look at the board, you'll see exactly where they go. So what have we thrown here? Right, we've got those 6 numbers here. Now the first thing we need is this. This is the queen bee here. And the queen bee is going to go in the middle of the hive there like that. And we're going to block out the rest of the positions with the worker bees. So we've got a red number 6 there. And we've got a green number 5, which we're going to block out there. And we've got a blue number 3, which we're going to block out there. And we've got a purple number 4, which is going to block out there. And by the way, this is so useful for children developing their visual skills, their identification skills. We've got the orange 3 over there and a yellow 3. So we've got a little cluster here. And these pieces are much simpler and much more straightforward. So what I'm going to do now is just show you very quickly an example of how this can go together. And these pieces click into place so they don't go moving around. Once they're in place, they're in place. And it becomes much more straightforward. And the idea is that every time the child solves this, they are going to feel absolutely phenomenal. And that's why we don't do it as a competitive version, because we don't want them to feel that they've lost against somebody else, and so on and so forth. We put that one in there, and we'll put this one in here, and as you can see, well, hopefully it's not going to be too difficult for me as a 3 to 8-year-old puzzle. And there you can see how beautiful that is. And we've got our little honeycomb, which is completed like that. And this is a fantastic way, not only of building children's confidence, but actually getting them into the whole idea of problem solving, puzzle solving. And it will really help to create a new generation of puzzle-savvy people. So that is your whole collection of 3. So this is Bee Genius, the junior one, and we've got the Genius Star, which is the more difficult one, and of course the original one, the original Genius Square, you've got there as well. And I didn't mention, but I will mention now, that the Genius Star is the current holder of the Toy of the Year in the USA, and the Bee Genius in the UK won Independent Toy of the Year in 2020 as well. So these are highly decorated. Hand on heart, I've been doing this for 28 years. If you buy one set of games ever in the whole of your life, this is what you buy, and they will last you forever. They are fantastically well made. You can play them by yourself, you can play them with others, you can have younger people doing them, and you can stretch the most complex of puzzlers to the absolute limit.
You really can, and hand on heart, and I can say this from experience because I said I've got the Genius Square, I've got the Star as well, and we've also got, and I've got another game that's coming up later on in the day as well. I've got 3 of these games so far, and all of the games that I've got are all made with big and little children in mind. Everything is about hand-eye coordination. Everything that Gavin does, he has you in mind. Whether you want to play it on your own, whether you want to play it with a family, whether you want to play it with little ones. I know we've got the Big Genius, but even the Genius Square, we don't play it competitive in our house with the little one, without my little mole. All I do is roll the dice, I put the pieces in, or we don't even roll the dice. We just put the pieces in randomly and we see if she can put it in. It's basically like a never-ending jigsaw that she absolutely adores. And this is the first time, a world exclusive, and it's very rare I get to say that all three of the Geniuses are in their own little bundle. £47.97. By all means, you can go for them individually if that's what your budget will stretch to. But I'll give you a £5 saving, and each of the games will work out to be £15.99 if you go for that larger bundle. 395613 is your item number. We are phenomenally busy already. Let me show you a little Be Genius in action. Oh my word, we are phenomenally busy for a launch. We are phenomenally beyond that. For the one-day special, nearly 20% of our 24-hour stock has already gone. But now we've got another little bundle in front of me. We are talking a little bit of jigsaw action this time, but jigsaws with a difference that we're talking about now. Once again, we'll cover all ages in these bundles. I've got my eye on so many things during these shows. These are nice little afterthought presents for someone just to have in the cupboard as well. Right, Gavin, where do you want to start? Talk me around.
Well, let's start first of all. We're talking about the whole geography concept. So geography is an abbreviation for jigsaw geography. So everything that we do with these geography puzzles is all about helping children to improve their geographic skills. And again, we've done something a little bit different here. Now, if you look over where Adam is, he is standing by the geography puzzle of the United Kingdom and Ireland. And this is a 100-piece puzzle. And the pieces have been cut in a very quirky way. So what we've done as much as possible is we have tried to cut the pieces around counties. So if you have a look here, you'll see I'm actually holding Norfolk here, OK?
Oh, yes.
Now, it's not possible to do all of them quite to that extent, but you can see, because some of the small ones are just too small to do. I've got Shropshire that I'm holding here. So this will not only help children to understand the structure of the United Kingdom, but it'll also give them an idea of the relative size of the different counties. Now, there's not many puzzles out there that focus on counties as well, and we've gone for the different types of counties that you've got in both the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland as well. It's a 100-piece puzzle. It's beautifully made. I don't know whether you can see, quite unusually here, because of the way they've been cut, we've used a very thick type of card here, white on the back, unlike your normal blue board, and you can see the quality of these. These are really, really heavy duty, so you can use them again and again and again, and there is so much to learn about these. So that is the Geography UK puzzle. Now we're going to move on to Geography World. It is the same concept completely, but this time, instead of just having the pieces randomly jigsawed, we've got them shaped around countries or groups of countries, which makes it really nice and quirky. And I'm making a terrible mess here of all these things, but look at that. There's one of your really big pieces. There is China there for you. So this will fit. You can see how beautifully this has been cut as well. And again, this has also got that lovely card inside there as well. This one is a larger puzzle. It's 112 pieces. So again, this is something which is very suitable for the age of 4 up to adult as well. Something which you can do with the children or the grandchildren, and they'll thoroughly enjoy it. And this is a 2020 edition, so you have got things like North Macedonia inside there, so that it's as up to date as possible.
I'm loving these. These are absolutely amazing. They really, really are. And as you say, you have all the little bits in there, whether you're 2 or 92. I think you're absolutely going to adore all of these puzzles so far. And this flag one is out of this. I never realised half of these are real. They're
Oh,
amazing.
absolutely. This is every flag that you could possibly want in the entire world here. Here's the box that this one comes in. It's a huge box, 121 pieces, and this is geography flags, capital cities, currencies and populations. And I'll tell you why. You know, when I was a kid, I used to love looking in the atlas, and I used to be absolutely fascinated by the populations of different countries, and these are constantly being updated, by the way, and I wanted to know their currencies, and I wanted to know what the capital cities are. This is information that kids love gathering, and you can see, quite frankly, it's about half the size of Adam, which is about a quarter of the size of me. So what we've done here, which is a little bit, and these are traditional jigsaw pieces, but they're enormous, and what we've generally done is we've got the flag of one country against the information of another country, and I'm just picking up some random ones here. So you should be able to work out, if you recognise the flag from the box, what it is that you're looking for, and that is another great way of learning. Same materials here, really heavy duty. It needs to be, because these pieces are really big and really, really chunky. So your set that you're getting here in your bundle, which is phenomenal, is all three of the jigsaws. So you've got the Geography UK and Ireland, you've got the Geography World, and you've got the Geography flags, capitals, currencies and populations. You're not on your own with these either. You get full instructions, so everything is written out for you in there. You also get little quizzes on the backs as well. So you're getting for all three as well. I have them for all three of them, so you'll never be left as your own. They work out to be £13.32 each. Is what they work out. That is amazing. That's a serious bargain. That is a value for money. Wow. You go out and find a jigsaw of this size and of this quality is what I'm asking you to go and do. They are phenomenal. £39.97, 023554 is your item number. Now, come with me. This is the bundle I've got my little eye on here. Once again, I'm like Peter Pan. I'm a big kid at heart. I think everyone is deep, deep down. And when we buy presents for little ones, we really buy them for ourselves. For the sheer fact, it's all about family fun. I think this year has taught anyone is how much our family really come together, and for how much we miss our families when we're not together. So that family time is really crucial. I'm not knocking the tablets and the iPads and the computer games and anything like that. It's worth having a little go at a board game. Yes, you've got your good old Monopolies and things like that, but something different. We've already told you how many awards some of these games have won, and it takes years for a game normally to get awards and get established out in the market. These have jumped in and bash. People are loving them around the world. Right then, let's look at 30 cubes further. This is a complete collection, 2 flexible payments of £25.99. Here is how you pay 30 cubes. $30 cubes, you can't go wrong. Right then, tell me more. What do I need to know? Right, 30 cubes actually is my proudest moment of my career. Now, if I explain to you that the world's most famous and prolific puzzle inventor is a gentleman called Ivan Moscovich, and he is now 94 years old, and he is a colleague of Professor Rubik. He is a world-renowned artist, mathematician. He's the author of over 60 puzzle books. He's a remarkable, remarkable man. And 3 years ago, when he was just at the tender age of 91, he came to me, we've been friends for many years, and said, Gavin, while I still can, don't you think it's about time that we made a puzzle together? Now, if I just put this into perspective, if I was a pop star, this is the equivalent of Paul McCartney coming to me and saying, let's record something together. This is every puzzler's dream to be able to do this. And so we created 30 cubed. Now, let me assure you, this is an absolute lifetime of puzzles. It is stunningly beautifully made. The cubes are all made of beautiful solid wood, and they all go together in this tray like this. Now, I've actually pre-assembled one of these so that you can see an example of one of the simple puzzles solved. So each of these cubes, and you can see they've got letters on them as well. The reason they've got letters on is to help you identify them if you're looking at the solutions to check the way you've done it. But each of the cubes has got on it 6 different sides, and each of those has a different base colour. So we've got black, blue, red and green, and yellow. And what you'll also notice is that there is part of a line on there. Now, every single line has a start and a finish, and some of them have one or more central bits. So what we've done in the easy puzzle here, as you can see, and hopefully we can pick that up here on the overhead, is that we've got this arranged in a logical way so that wherever we've used the line of any colour, it's got a start, it's got a finish, and the middle bits together, so it becomes logical. So the first puzzles that we do with this are basically designed to get a flat surface of every base colour. So
can you slide that to your left slightly, Gavin? Can you just slightly move it to your left? There
yeah,
we go. Beautiful.
There you go. So we can do this with the blue, we can do it with the yellow, with all 6 of the sides we can do it like that. And as we go through, this starts to get harder and harder and harder. So we start having to solve this with 15 of one colour and 15 of another colour. We start having to use logical deduction to follow various rules that are in place there. And then as you get towards the end, suddenly it goes 3D, and we have to start building Sudoku towers and cubes that are obviously going to use 27 of the 30 pieces, but which 27 pieces? We're talking about getting to a point which is probably as hard as Rubik's Cube. And this is why this bundle is called the Serious Puzzlers Bundle, because for people that really want to be stretched, this is something that you should go for. Now, in addition to that, there are a whole load of puzzles that are suitable from the age of 5 upwards, and they use 20 of the cubes, so they're much more straightforward. And if you are a little bit concerned that this might get just too hard, well, it's worth knowing that most of the puzzles also have clues in there. So if you want part of the puzzle to be given to you as a solution so that you can solve the rest, it's all in here for you. This is so stunningly beautifully made. This is a lifetime's worth of puzzles that will be passed from generation to generation, and it truly is phenomenal. That's 30 cubed.
You can tell the quality. I was just trying to work out this one here. That's why I got very warm. I took the hat off because I was getting a little bit stressed. For the sheer fact, I was trying to work out the same one that Gavin's got in front of him with the red side. You could lose yourself for hours in this game. And once again, you can play it on your own, but you could play it as a team as well. You really, really could. Absolutely beautiful. Where do you want to go next, Gav? What do you want to go next?
Let's have a look at Iced Cubed here.
Okay.
Okay, now Iced Cubed is a very different type of game. Again, we're in a series of puzzles here which fall into the category of the serious puzzlers. Now, this looks deceptively easy. So what happens here with Iced Cubed? We've got 48 different challenges. I've just picked one at random here. Let's just go for, I don't know, number 37. So we're getting quite difficult there. And what we do is we position this on top of the stand there like so. If I turn it around there like that, hopefully I'm in the right position to pick it up there. That's fine. And I've got 6 cubes. Now, each of the cubes are colour-coded, and you will never use all 6 of the cubes in one puzzle. You'll only ever use a maximum of 5 cubes. Now, if you look at the actual card here, you'll see that there are 4 numbers, a number on each side. So we've got 94, 74, 51 and 84 on that one. And of course, they're always different. And what we have to do is we have to find 5, in this case, cubes that will go together so that the numbers add up on each side at the same time to the numbers that are on there. And that is really difficult. Now, when you start at the beginning of the puzzle, it starts off relatively straightforward with just 1 or 2 challenges. I'm trying to find an easy puzzle in here with just 1 or 2 that you need to do. For example, here. And sometimes you will be given the colours that you need, and sometimes you have to work out the colours that you need. And in fact, sometimes you'll be given all of the colours. So, for example, here you can see there's 5 cubes and you can see exactly what colours you need, whereas the one which we were trying here, number 37 on the overhead, you can see we only know that there's a purple and a blue, and the other 3 colours we have to work out what they are. So we put these on top here, and they've got a really nice feel to them. They just slide on top and lock into place there. And of course, I'm doing this really randomly without even looking what I'm doing, just to demonstrate to you how to do it. And you'll see that the numbers pile up, and as as I turn them around here, you'll see that you add the numbers up on the side. So this is a mathematical puzzle. It requires logical deduction by looking at where the different numbers are positioned, working out the possibilities, and this is a tremendous challenge. As I mentioned, you've got 48 different challenges there, suitable for ages 7 to adult. The easier puzzles are quite easy, but for somebody who really wants to be stretched, this is an excellent puzzle to try.
It's worth having a little go. Remember, it comes in your set of 3 as well. 227292. 929. 227929 is your item number. Numbers, me on this one. £25.99 across 2 flexible payments. By Jove, we are busy. Colour blocks is the next one. This is one of them games. Once again, all available individually. The details for those are at the bottom of the screen as we talk about them. £19.99 for your colour blocks on its own. But remember, it's part of that bundle. This is another one I've had my eye on for a while. Tell me more about this one.
So this is a brand new game. This has just come out. It's only been out for about 3 weeks. So it really is hot off the press. This is Colour Block. Colour Block was invented by a couple from Suffolk called Ian and Penny Jenkins. They actually created the original version for their children about 20 years ago, and they then put it into their attic and left it there. And they happened to see an advert for the Genius Square and thought to themselves, I wonder whether they'd like this as a puzzle to do as well, and so it became Colour Block, and this is the most beautiful game. Now, it's also really well made because if you look here, it all clips up here. You can see the card that you need clips inside there like that. The other cards store inside there. You've got 45 puzzles on 24 cards, and then they just clip inside and it holds in place. Now, we'll need the overhead for this, and I'm going to explain to you how this works. You have, on each of the cards, 100 circles. Can we see, am I in the right position there?
There we go.
Over there. Got it there? Yeah. We've got 100 circles. Now, they're in 10 different colours, so each of the 10 colours will appear 10 times. And what we have to do is we have to do something different with each of those colours. So in this case, if you look across the top here, we need to be left with 1 of each of the colours. Now, in the dark grey there, you will see the outline of where we put our pieces. These are the pieces that will cover over. So if we look on here, we can see that that one fits on top of here. I don't know how well you can see this on the overhead, but this is how you can see where to put the pieces. They are outlined there as well. And we've got 18 pieces altogether. And what is so interesting about these pieces is they will cover 90 of the 100 spaces. So what we have to do is we have to make sure that they cover the ones that we want to. And this is the easiest of the puzzles. What you'll find is that you're given these clues, and as you go through the puzzle, there are less and less clues for you to hang on to. So we're nearly there now. And what we're going to be left with on this one as one of the easy puzzles is we are going to be left with just 2 pieces that we need to put in place. And we're going to see whether you, the lovely viewers at home, are able to see exactly what we put where to complete this puzzle. This, again, when it gets harder, is phenomenally difficult. So this is also something which you would buy for somebody that really wants to be stretched. This is called the Serious Puzzlers Bundle for a reason. So, where are we here? What have I got here? Oh, you know what? I've made a mistake on something here. Okay, the basic idea here, I think one of the pieces has gone walkabout somewhere, but the basic idea here is that we will have to have just 1 of each colour left over here. And you can see that we've already isolated a green and a white and a purple and a yellow there and a pink. You can see where that missing piece is supposed to go. It's definitely around here somewhere because we had it on there before. And how are we going to put these other ones in position? Well, if I put that in there like that, and if I put this in here like that, what you can actually see is that we are left with 1 of each colour. Now, as you go through, there are different types of challenges. I'm going to take these out just to show you because, again, rather like 30 Cube, this is going to take you a huge amount of time to go through. So in these puzzles here, actually, you'll see that you have 2 different colours and you need to be left with 5 of one of the colours and 5 of one of the other colours. Similarly, if you turn it around on this different type of puzzle here, you've got 5 of one colour and then 5 of a colour that you can't identify. And then there'll be other puzzles where you've got to leave 10 of one colour and there'll be other puzzles where you've got to leave 10 of the different colours like that. And when you get to the very end, you get to puzzle 24. And this is the really genius thing. Now, I hope you can see this nice and clearly, because there's no help on here at all. And believe it or not, you can arrange the pieces so that all 10 colours individually appear by themselves. So you've got 10 of each colour on 10 different puzzles. So you're left with 10 green, 10 blue, 10 red, and so on and so forth. Trust me, that is seriously, seriously difficult. So that's Colour Block. It's a brand new puzzle. It's just come out, and that is your bundle of the Serious Puzzlers games.
I love it. I absolutely loving it. You're getting £5 off. You're getting 2 payments of £25.99. If you've got anything in your baskets, I would desperately start checking them out. As I said before, the focus for every single show will be slightly different. It worked out to be what was that again? £17.32 each per game if you go for it in this bundle. £51.97. As I said, the Colour Block's only been out for a few days. So, well, how have you had your eye on it for a while? Every week, well, I think it's every month, I get a beautiful magazine that drops onto my doorstep that I love flicking through. They are phenomenal. Once you get one of these games home, you will be hooked. Right then, before I move on, this is the Big Kids Bundle. And do you want to see why? Have a little look at this. Yes, indeed. Another one that I've not seen before. But did you see that little star then on the screen? Another award winner. Tell me more, Gavin. Tell me about Illusion Cube.
So this is also something which has just come out. Now, this is something very different, and it's extraordinary that this has never been done before. Now, these are Illusion Cubes. And what you've got inside your pack is 24 of these Illusion Cubes. And let me show them to you because they're a little bit different. I hope you can see this clearly. They're actually built on layers, which allows you to build on top of them. Now, what I've done here, just for the purposes of displaying this, but it actually turns out to be a really good idea, is I've been to my local craft shop of a big chain, and I've bought some magnetic tape. And I've cut out some little pieces here just to put on the back, and I'm using a magnetic board so that I can actually create some creations here. And what you can see here, now this one that I've done here, if I just hold this up to the camera here, I hope you can see this. Oh, let's hold it the other way up. This is something which is rather Escher-esque, I think we could call it. I don't know whether you know what a Penrose staircase is. A Penrose staircase is a staircase which goes on and on and on. So you can see those images where you're forever climbing up a Penrose staircase. This is the nearest that you can get to actually building one of these. So if you look at this main design here, depending on how you look at it, you'll see stairs going up in different directions and so on and so forth. And even with this one here, you can see the most simple shapes. What we're doing here and what is so different about this is we are creating our own optical illusions, actual optical illusions that you can put together. Now, why this is so different is because traditionally optical illusions have appeared in books or they've appeared on cards. Now, for the first time, you can actually build and create your own optical illusions. What you get is you get this fantastic book which includes 120 different designs that use different numbers of the illusion cubes yourselves, and then once you've finished with building all of those, then the next thing you need to do is start being creative yourself. This is a really fantastic idea. Just to reiterate again, I've made these magnetic for the show. When they come to you, they're not magnetic, but of course you can make them magnetic as well.
I absolutely, sorry, I was playing them. This is what you're drawn to. You come around, you want to touch, you want to play with everything that you've got. I absolutely love them. They really are. Remember, this is a big kid bundle, £23.99 across 2 flexible payments. That means you pay once now and then again in a month's time, but everything will be sent to you straight away. Remember, we're talking about extended delivery. We'll get them for the new year for you. Now, Zooligans. I've not seen this one before.
Yes, and do you know what? I think I have seen it somewhere. I put it over here. I couldn't find where I put it. Again, this is another brand new game which has been brought to me with all the pieces up here. This has been developed by a Welsh dentist, Dr. Adam Porter, who is a serial inventor, and he's really, really good. And this is a game of logical deduction, which is just as much for grown-ups as it is for kids. Now, what have we got here? We have got here these different cards, and the whole story behind Zooligans basically goes like this. Every day at 6 o'clock, the zoo closes, and as soon as it closes and all of the zookeepers go, some of the animals manage to get out of their cages, and they cause all sorts of havoc. They cause havoc with things like paints, they cause havoc with making a noise with speakers, all sorts of things. They kick footballs and break things, and on each of the 60 challenge cards, you are given some clues as to what is going on, and what you have to do is try and work out who was responsible for what they used to do it, and when they did it. And if you follow the clues that are in there, logical deduction will allow you to work out exactly what happened in each occasion. So you've got all of the pieces that you need, 60 puzzles, and this is great fun. And I warn you that when you get towards the end, it really does start becoming very, very complex indeed. So this, again, is something which is going to appeal to big kids out there. It's beautifully colourful. It's suitable for ages 8 and up. But for somebody that likes a challenge, this is Zooligans, and it's absolutely great.
It is phenomenal. Then $16.99 on their own is what you're talking about as well. 522600 is your item number for that big bundle. Pandemonium. This is another little cracking little game. If you've not seen it before, just put your ears up for this one. Pandemonium, tell me more.
I'm going to tell you more. I'm making the most horrendous mess here.
Don't worry about it.
Honestly, it's like my bedroom at home here now. Goodness sake. Right, now, the whole idea of Pandemonium. Pandemonium was one of my own games, which I created a few years ago. And the whole idea behind Pandemonium was I wanted to create something which was effectively a baby toy for grown-ups. Now, everybody knows what this looks like. This looks like a shape sorter, which is the most basic thing which you can give to a young baby to do. Except this is an adult shape sorter. And what makes it an adult shape sorter, as you will not be surprised to learn, is that the pieces are extremely similar, and they don't seem to want to fit where you want them to fit. Now, 2 people play against each other, and you each get 6 of these tiles here. So you get 2 purple, 2 blue, and 2 orange. So there's 2 sets of those inside there, and you have 60 challenge cards, and you race against each other in order to perfectly complete what is on the card. Now, that includes getting the right colours in the right places. And again, this is a real challenge because you're doing it at speed. You're both working off the same set of pieces. So you're going to get muddled up with other people's pieces. But of course, there's enough for both of you to do. And actually getting the intricate bits, so making sure that you've got the teeth at the side in exactly the right position and so on and so forth. That is a serious challenge to do. So this is a speed game, and it is exactly what I said at the beginning. It is a grown-ups shape sorter. So what you've got there is the 3 games that we talked about now, which was the Illusion Cubes and the Zooligans and Pandemonium, and this is the big kids bundle.
It is amazing. £23.99. 522600 is your item number. £47.97. We are busy. We've just had to come back to the one-day special. The first time in a one-day special history, we have got a world exclusive. You have got the Genius Square, the Genius Star, and also the Bee Genius as well in a bundle. Normally, you would have to get these on their own. This time, if you're going for that bundle price, we've put it onto flexible payments for you. And I will also give them to the £15.99 if you go for the bundle. And also on top of that, it's not in a bundle anywhere else in the world. This is the only way you can get this bundle now is here on Hochanda. £23.99. 395613 is your item number. for all 3 of these games. And as I've said before, I'm lucky enough to have these 2, the Genius Square and also the Star as well. The Genius Square was obviously the original, and it is a phenomenal, phenomenal game. It really, really is. Hand on heart, you know where I'm like. I say it as it is. It is a phenomenal game. The Genius Square is also another one that is slightly trickier than the Square. We thought we had the Square mastered, and we got the Star home. We were like, right, here we go. It's the same as the Square. We're going to have a few of this. Well,
you know what? I've made so much mess here. I'm all over the place here, but I think we should play again.
Yeah, let's do it again. Let's go again.
OK, that's fine. So let us roll the coordinates. And, of course, at home, and I do know, by the way, from previous shows, I've had some of your customers send me emails to tell me that they were playing along and that they beat me. Because if they do beat me, they want to know F2, C4,
F2.
A6, F4, C2, F3, wow, that's interesting. And what is the last one? C5. There you are.
Oh,
a little cluster there.
There's 2 there.
So it's 1 game all at the moment.
OK, here we go.
OK, on your marks, get set, go. Remember what I said earlier, if you buy 1 game in the whole of the rest of your life, then this is the game to buy. The whole concept of all 3 of these games is truly amazing. Yeah. You will have so much fun, and you will never, ever regret buying the Genius games. And I will never, ever regret the fact that I'm trying to do 2 things at the same time because I can't multitask. So I'm completely making an absolute pig's ear of this here.
Mate.
Oh, dear, what am I doing? Adam, what have you done to me? I blame Adam here.
It's not
but I win.
Oh,
in spite of, not because of, in spite of, I win. And you can see it takes about 30 seconds to play each of the games. And the first thing you want to do after that is literally just play a game. So that is the Genius Square. And in your 1-day special bundle, you have got not just the Genius Square, but also the Genius Star and the junior version, which is Be Genius. Are we going to have another game?
Well, yeah, let's go on. Let's have another one.
Game. Okay.
Let's have another one. We've got another.
Honestly, this is such a great bargain price you've got this at as well.
It is a phenomenal game. Scott will be doing this as well. If you've already got one of these at time, get yours out as well. We want to see photos. Send photos here. Remember, this is your 1-day special. It is a time-limited offer, 24 hours, and this bundle will never be seen again, so it's worth having a little go. So
we have B3 and D6 and D5 and F3 and C4 and A6 and F2. There you are. You see we've got all of those in place now. Are you ready, Adam?
Yeah, I'm ready.
OK, you're 2-1 down. Here we go now. As I mentioned before as well, we've now sold 355,000 of these worldwide in just 2 years. That's pretty transformative for a little company like the Happy Puzzle Company. So we're very excited, not least because of all the amazing awards that this thing has won as well. Really makes a world of difference to a little company like us. But again, proof that I cannot multitask in what I'm doing. This is an absolute disaster zone for me. What am I doing here? What I'm doing here is making a complete and total mess of this entirely. Oh my goodness me. Put that one in there, move that one over to here. I think we've actually got a pretty difficult puzzle here. Actually, the one that we've picked out here is not an easy one at all. Gosh, what have we done here, Adam?
I don't know.
What have we caused? We've caused complete, total and absolute chaos here.
It just shows
that
every
one over
puzzle
there.
is
Absolutely.
different.
Yeah, they're not all equally easy. You can probably see what I'm doing here. I'm genuinely stuck on this one at the moment, but don't worry, we will find a solution. And actually, it's quite nice to see it going in this direction as well, because it shows people that, yes, in actual fact, it really is difficult at times, but I've done it. There you go. 3-1, 3-1. Not quite on Yanis levels of victory, but definitely 3-1. So that is the Genius Square, an absolutely magnificent game, and it's a wonderful, wonderful bundle with the Genius Square, the Genius Star, and Be Genius.
I love them. I absolutely love them. Gavin will be back with different bundles in an hour's time with our Scott at 8 p.m. We've only got 45 seconds left. Where does the time go? Gavin, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been such fun. It's been such fun. And I love your jumper.
I absolutely love them. And you know what I'm like, I say it as it is, and literally you will not be disappointed when you get these home. I know it's different budgets for everyone at the moment. I know money's tight for everyone. If you can only go for one, just go for one. If your budget will stretch, that's $23.99 this month, go for that big bundle. Hand on heart, you know I'm a big kid really, and I would never let you down. You are going to absolutely adore getting these games home, and they're games you're going to play year after year after year after year. Don't you go anywhere. I'll see you in a minute.